again, man, when they thought it was finna end. Thank y'all for riding with me. Well, you know you feel a lot with your boy stories with V. At this time, y'all know what I need y'all to do for us. Like, share, comment, and I repeat, smash that subscribe button, y'all. We are on the road to 100,000 subscribers. If you new to the platform, welcome. Y'all know the motto by now. Kick back, relax. I got the rest of the show. AV Mob, let's get him, let's get him. Let's go. What's up, Mob? We back at him again, man. Kicking it off from the top. V1 Story Time, episode 55. Let's dive into it. So now, y'all, you already know before we dive into it, man, if you're a supporter of the movement, you rocking with the VMOD platform, smash that subscribe button, drop us a comment, share the video. Let's go. So now, y'all, this one right here, man, is when the young versus the old, man, in positions of the turf switch over. So now, got these little dudes coming up around the way, right? So now, let's just say it's a group of maybe 10 of them. So you got 10 youngins coming up around their way, neighborhood just like this now. During this time, you probably got like 5, 6 older guys that's running the neighborhood. So now, as they're running the neighborhood, they running the blocks. It's like, you know, they got their own ranks and they got their own friendship. Meaning, you might got OG Pluck, you might got OG Bigfoot, you might got OG Wingman. Now, all them done came up together since they was young. But let's just say the youngins, they got a specific relationship with the one OG named OG Pluck. Now, Pluck Shorty was a different breed. He was the one, like, he was head of an organization. Not only was he an OG of a hood, but he was a big man in the organization. Now, what I mean by big man is Shorty had a position. He had some authority, and he was a through and through made man. Like, it wasn't no flaw in Shorty. Salute to OG Pluck. So now, Pluck giving the young boys the game. He teaching them, listen, no, this how you move. This how you conduct yourself. All right, listen, this what straight is. This what raw is. This how you scramble it. This how much you weigh. This how much you supposed to pay for it, so forth and so on. So not only is he teaching them the game on the work, he teaching them the game on the artillery side too. Look, this a 380. This a Tray 5. This a Mac. This a Tech. You don't want high points. This a Glock, Sig, Sword. Whatever the case may be, Smith and Wesson. So now, the little dudes is getting so advanced because they in a age bracket of the oldest one during this time might be 14, the youngest one might be 10. So now everybody is getting this knowledge and, you know, they absorbing it in. So now it get to the point the young boys, probably the oldest one is maybe 16 during this time and the youngest one is probably like 13. So now they making their way and they done already transgressed and made their way from just learning the game to now they active. But they up under OG Pluck, so Pluck giving them packages. Now with a package, you might get a 100 pack, you might get a 50 pack. So these are 50 pills of whatever the case may be, whether that's cane, just scramble, whatever. It only could be cane or scramble for real, or unless it's straight seeds. So these little dudes, though, they come out selling cane, aka ready. So now, when they get in the pack, it depends on the person that you working for, how the price may go. You might get a 60-40 split. Let's say he love you, he might give you a 50-50 split. Or 9 times out of 10, when you first starting off, you might get $1 off each pill, $2 off of each pill. So if you got 100 pills in a pack and you making $2 off of each pill, that's $200. You making $1 off of each pill, that's $100. So if you 10 to 16 years old and you selling 200-300 packs a day, you do the math on how much money you making as a teenager, as a kid, for real. So now, these little dudes, they, you know, they forming their loyalty to OG Pluck. They love Pluck, good man. He done put him in position. Now, it get to the point where the little juvenile dudes or the group of young boys that's coming up, they making their own way. So now they getting booked. They getting booked for stolen cars, robberies, pistols, packs, whatever the case may be. So now that they going through the system, they making their own stripes, and in their mind and in their heart, they feel like, shit, you know, we growing into our own now. Like, it's going to be a time to where as though you running across other young niggas that's your age that's buying their own work. They got their own cars. They not being, I ain't gonna say little boy, but they not getting their hand held for real. They not hitting the pack. They going copping their own work, stacking their own money, doing their own 1-2, building their own phone. So now, once you meet somebody like that and y'all in the same field, you start to develop the mindset of, well, shit, I mean, he ain't gonna be more advanced than me. I'm 15, he's 16, he got his own car, own little spot, he copping his own work, and now I'm 16, I'm still staying at home with mommy, I ain't got no car, I'm still hitting the pack for another nigga, probably getting wore out on the numbers, man, no, fuck that. So now, little dudes end up coming home. They come home, they go ahead and form they pack like, shit, we ready to do our own thing now. I mean, we love the older dudes, but niggas ain't ready to work up under them forever. But out of respect, it go from, you ain't just going to jump ship all right, I don't want you to give me the pack no more. How much an 8-ball cost? So now once he give you the price on the ball, it should be good business from there. But he was on the type time OG Pluck was like, I mean, why you asking that? You ain't gotta pay for nothing. Shorty niggas is fronting to y'all. No, we trying to get our own because we trying to build our own. Like we want to end up verging off and building our own phone and eventually getting our own block and shit like that. Now, this is where the envy come in at because Pluck start to look at this shit like, man, no, y'all little niggas gonna keep working for me. So now the youngest is looking at it like, no, niggas ain't ready to keep working for you. For real, you lucky niggas came to you to cop the work. We could have just went somewhere else where we already had everything set up at. So now, you know, it's a little bit of tension in the air for real. Dudes exchange a couple of words, but it ain't nothing too serious because it's like, shit, you the OG, we the young boys, we supposed to love each other, so that shit ain't really hitting on nothing. Boom. Everybody go about their way. Everybody go about their way for real. Motherfuckers is doing their own thing. So now, though, after the young dudes run through 2-3 packs or 2-3 8-balls from OG Pluck, they tell them, like, look, man, shit, niggas good for real because it's like the work was non-progress. Like the shit was only good enough for the sales that you were serving every day. But if you was to try to take that product and hit a stranger and clip a new sale, they was like, man, this shit weak compared to everything else that's out here in the street. So now young boys like, shit, we gotta find a new connect, man. We gotta find a new plug to get some shit that we gonna really be able to sell. So now they verge off. They start copying from another dude. Just so happened OG Pluck know the nigga that niggas is getting work from, but the little dudes don't know that. So it's like, I mean, man, what the fuck? Why do it even matter? Like, what the fuck do that got to do with anything? If he handling his business, you handling your business, stay out of that man business the same way that you would tell him, stay out with your business. So now, OG Pluck end up telling the connect, if you don't stop serving my youngins, nigga gonna get you out of there, and they don't even know they setting themselves up to get their ass put in the trick bag for real. So now it done got to the point to where as though Pluck saying some old sideways shit to a not a stranger, but like your competition for real. So that was some wild shit from the beginning. So now, long story short, word get back to the youngest now. What Pluck don't know is niggas done already got their own eyes. Like niggas done stacked up enough money that we got us a little 9, we got us a little 380, we got us a little 22 Dillinger that's shooting 2 at a time. So I mean, however you try and carry your niggas is on that type time. So boom, now one day niggas end up saying Pluck for real. Pluck is in the car with a broad now. He tried to be super slick. He jumped out the car with the broad the whole time. He walked up like, I don't know how I describe it. It's like if he was to come off this block and go to another block, but it's another way that he could still spin around for real. He ends up spinning around in a whole nother female car. Just so happened we know the car, they know the car that, you know, that's spinning around the block. So whole time when the second car spin around, somebody just so happened, a masked man, just get to hanging out the window, letting that shit go bang, 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 bang. Now, you know, everybody get up out of there for real. It is what it is. One of the soldiers end up getting hit. One of the youngins end up getting hit. So now they ends up rushing him down to the hospital for real. So he get down to the hospital. Down there, everybody is putting the pieces to the puzzle together. Like, man, what color was the car? Man, shit, that's such and such car. Man, didn't yo just walk around there? Where the fuck was Pluck at? Long story short, everybody come to the conclusion, man, that was Pluck hanging outside that car. All right, it is what it is. Now, backtrack to the beginning when I told y'all that he got his own little set of homeboys, OG, Bigfoot, so forth and so on. So now that he done made this move on the youngins, he go tag team with these niggas. Now, mind you, he was just a couple of months ago, they wasn't really the toughest niggas in the world because he ain't want the young boys to cop the work from anybody but him. So, of course, you know, these is the wicked games people play. They'll try to salt you down on the low or behind your back. So, you know, it's like they Xing you out to play. No, don't fuck with him, shorty. Man, he don't really be catching none. I'm telling you, you need to get with somebody that really got that reputation out here. Half of these niggas is old and washed up. Blase, blase, blah. So now he go holler at them for real. They back in his play. Now it's like, all right, shit, it's on the youngest to make they move for real. And now, mind you, all this is happening in a 2-block radius. Like, mind you, all this is from the same hood. This is in-house beef during this time. So now, boom, all right, come about a week later, motherfucker catch OG Bigfoot. He jumping out the car with a pair of his soft legs, not thinking late night he gone out the Henny and Cranberry. He stumbling out the car. He ready walking to the house. Whole time the youngest is across the street. They say, shit, go grab that shit, go grab that. Whole time one of the youngest running the alley. They grab that full nickel, come back out. They get to spanking at him. Bung, 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 bung. tag you with. Now he ends up getting hit for real, but he ends up pulling through. He get lucky. Now, word get back to plucking them. So now it's on. All right, y'all hit one. We hit one. So now it's going back and forth. It is what it is. Whole time after Bigfoot get hit, he gets scared. Now, mind you, this was one of the times that, OG Pluck was right. Like, yeah, this nigga's a turkey for real. He's soft. So now he gone. He going to hide. He duck off out the county. But Pluck and the other dude is still plucking. Probably like 2-3 of his homeboys is still active. Now, one night they catch another one of the young boys for real. It is what it is. He gone out the perks for real. He's stumbling from one of his soft legs' house. But as he's coming out the porch, Pluck coming down the street driving. And he was always with a broad. He driving down the street whole time. He tell a broad, get out. The female literally gets out the car at the red light. She start bopping down the street. Pluck spin around in her car because I guess he don't want her inside the car, whatever the case may be. He buck a U-turn coming back down. So by this time, the young soldier then already came out the house, came down the step, and he's walking down the block. So if he walking down the block, Pluck gonna be coming down like coming from behind him. Whole time, he let off a couple of times. Boom, boom, boom. When he let off, the young nigga hear the shit for real, but he get hit in the leg. When he get hit in the leg, it's like a house, but thank God it was a split through the house. He takes off running through the split. He jump in the gate now. Pluck jump out the car. He start cranking at him again. Bang, bang, bang. He hit him in the backside one time. Whole time, little bro falls over the gate. He start crawling. He get up running. Adrenaline keep him in the game. He make it to at least a pair of steps where he jump on the phone. He let everybody know what's going on. He call his girl. His girl pull up. Take him down shock trauma. He good though. He pulled through. Ain't nothing wrong with him. He get his little wounds healed up. He back in the game. But now this 2 for 2. So now, let's just say about a month later, because Pluck going to hide, he's not like hiding, but he ducked off. He moving with strategic mentality. Whole time he ducked off with a little broad. Whole time the youngins get the word who the broad is. One day they see her car coming up the main street. Of course, you already know what time it is. Niggas jump off the porch for real. Get to running by the Lord. It's like a parkway little split for real. Nigga get to running right there, get to cranking at her whole time, thinking that he in the car, but he wasn't. It was just a female in the car. She ends up getting scared, or it is what it is. She ends up crashing the car. Thank God she made out. Boom. While all this is going on, the young dudes don't know Pluck got his own little beef going on with some guys his age. He done did some backdoor conniving stuff. He done robbed somebody that's in his age bracket for some work, a.k.a. the work that he was fronting the youngest from the beginning. So now, long story short, the youngest keep trying to hunt Shorty. And this was a wild demonstration too, because a week after the broad end up crashing the car, Pluck get found in the back of an alley, but whole time it came from some old beef he had. That shit end up catching up to him. So now when that shit end up catching up to him for real, he out of the picture. His last little homeboy for real, he ends up jumping town. He don't want no bump because he ain't really want nothing to do with the shit from the beginning. So now it's like the young boys is, all right, 2 of them end up getting hit, but none of them end up passing away. And of course it was just nature that the youngins was going to end up taking over this neighborhood regardless, because it was daytime. So, they ends up taking over the hood, putting that motherfucker under new management, and it was what it was. But it was so wicked and wild how Pluck ended up meeting his faith by some old beef, and the little dudes, or the older guys, they must have been smart and wore vests because they seen the opportunity like shit. He's so focused because, like I told you, everybody talked too much, so everybody knew the little situation that was going on within they neighborhood for real. So the older dudes must have got worried like shit, we can strike now while he not worried about us, and they end up head tapping it for real. But wicked and wild situation, this is why I tell y'all do not get involved in the streets. But with that being said, Mob, thank y'all for riding with me. Well, you fell out with your boy stories with me at this time. One more time for me, Mob. Like, share, comment, and I repeat, smash that subscribe button, y'all. We'll be at 100K in no time from the bottom of my heart. I love each and every one of y'all. Let's get them. Let's go.